Shallow breaths. But I want to scream. I have an injured animal. Let me pass. When I finally reach the car, I set the rolled-up cat on the front passenger floorboard. I take my place behind the wheel and use the next gap to pull into traffic. I continue downhill to the closest vet in town. Within 10 minutes, Melissa and I burst into the lobby of the veterinary hospital, the wrapped cat cradled in my arms. I found a cat hit by a car, I tell the woman behind the reception desk. It's still breathing, but is badly injured. The woman stands up, opens the door behind her, and calls into the back hallway. Walk in, cat hit by a car. Who's free? She ushers us into an exam room. I set the cat on the table, taking care to leave the robe between her and cold stainless steel. A technician and doctor enter together. The veterinarian asks, What happened? I briefly explain that I don't know much. I was just passing by. The vet places his stethoscope on the cat's chest and listens. He feels her abdomen and examines the color of her mouth. I stand next to the technician at the end of the table, a wide-eyed Melissa's hand in mine. The collision may have ruptured the diaphragm, he says. Her intestines have been drawn by low pressure into her chest. The shallow breaths and rapid pulse are because her lungs and heart are working extra hard to keep her alive. To confirm, we'll need an X-ray. The technician applies an oxygen mask. What now? I wonder. This is a cat with no identification in urgent need of surgery to survive. I can't take ownership. Not with full-time school during the week, 12-hour nursing shifts each weekend day, and a toddler to care for. My partner, Howard, doesn't like cats. He would not want me to adopt it. I wavered. Did I do the right thing? Yes, I concluded. I did. Even if the cat can't be saved, I believe that a death in this quiet, warm office with kind people is more humane than last breaths taken in frigid fear beside rolling tires. We thank the staff and walk to the parking lot. I buckle my stunned child back into her car seat. Later, at home, as I prepare dinner, Melissa rattles off a stream of questions about what she'd seen that evening. I tell her that although cars are useful to carry us around, they're also big and heavy and can move fast. Moving cars can hurt us, I say. So when you're near the road, we have to stay far away from them. The cat got too close. Howard arrives home after Melissa is tucked in for the night. He stops by the bedroom to kiss our daughter, then joins me in the kitchen. He pours himself a beer and sits down. As I prepare plates of food for us, I tell him about the cat. He puts the beer down and stares at me. What were you thinking? You parked the car by the road? What if someone had hit it? Our daughter was in there. I'm silent in the face of his intensity. His eyes, fixed on mine, show anger, maybe fear. I look down. He isn't finished. You were out there in that traffic. What if someone had struck you? You could have been hit in front of our daughter. I struggled to explain. I knew there was some risk, but I'm careful. I couldn't leave the animal, Howie. It was clearly alive, and no one else was stopping. I had to get it off the road. How could I sleep if I'd left it there? Betsy, I know you care, and I love you for it, but tonight was a big mistake. You can't save them all. That's not how I saw things. I was studying to become a veterinarian because I wanted to save them. After all, animals and the amazing world they live in, the trees, streams, and meadows, had saved me. When I was 6, my family lived in a house above a lively brook. When the walls of our small wooden house closed tighter, when everything vibrated with my parents' screams, when objects flew through the air, I slipped outside. I followed the music of tumbling water as it wound its way through the neighborhood. I followed the animals, was charmed far away from houses into the forest.